What's up, everybody? We're back for another Inclement Emerald Challenge Mode battle, and today we take on the greatest champion, the true Hoenn region champion, the Sinnoh League champion, the greatest Pokemon champion of all time, Cynthia. Cynthia never disappoints, so we're gonna get right to it. She leads with Roserade, and we're gonna start with Rayquaza. Now, Rayquaza is not EV trained. I wanted to make it fair, but Mega Rayquaza is really cool, so I wanted to use him. He does look a little bit derpy in his normal form, so that's why we're gonna go ahead and Mega Evolve. Now, one of the things that makes Mega Rayquaza so good is that you don't need a held item. It doesn't need to be holding a Mega Stone to Mega Evolve. It just needs to know Dragon Ascent, which is good because we're going to need the Chesto Berry here. Roserade outspeeds us and always goes for Sleep Powder turn 1. As I said, Rayquaza is not EV trained, so he is going to be slower than Roserade, but luckily we wake up thanks to the Chesto Berry. We go for Dragon Ascent, and even without any attack EVs, this is still going to hit hard. Mega Rayquaza is an absolute monster. Being super effective, this should one-shot, but unfortunately Roserade is holding the Focus Sash. Now we are going to get a defense and special defense drop here. Dragon Ascent is almost like a flying type close combat, but it's not going to matter. Roserade's not going to get a chance to attack us. We outspeed with the priority move Extreme Speed, and this is going to be enough to finish off the Roserade. Mega Rayquaza with the awesome back sprite here. I didn't use it in my normal playthrough, so I wanted to use it for some post-game stuff and figured Cynthia was a worthy opponent. Speaking of worthy opponents, Cynthia wastes no time sending out her ace, Garchomp. But as you could probably guess, this isn't a normal Garchomp. Cynthia's got some new tricks up her sleeve since Diamond and Pearl. Garchomp's gonna go ahead and Mega Evolve, but unlike the normal games, in this game, Inclement Emerald, Garchomp does not lose speed when it Mega Evolves. So because of this, Garchomp is faster than Rayquaza. We want to get off some damage before we go down here, so we get off the priority move Extreme Speed to deal as much damage as we can before we go down on the next turn. Mega Garchomp goes for Draco Meteor, and this is gonna be super effective and definitely gonna deal enough to one-shot Rayquaza. Now, this Mega Garchomp is actually a special attacker, which is weird. It's still going to deal massive damage to Rayquaza, and we're going to go down in one shot. But now that her Garchomp's special attack has been partially lowered, we're at an advantage, so we send out a Garchomp of our own. Predict another Draco Meteor here. Unfortunately, it connects. There was a probability that we would dodge thanks to Garchomp holding the Lax Incense, Draco Meteor only having 90% accuracy as it is. Unfortunately, we're going to take the hit anyway, but thanks to the special attack lower, we're going to take it like a champ, and Garchomp hangs on. We get the Hoenn Claws up. This sets us up perfectly for the next turn. Now, we don't want to go straight for Outrage there. In case that she switches to Lucario that knows Ice Punch, we can go for Earthquake rather than getting locked into Outrage, but we're able to tank another Draco Meteor thanks to the special attack being lowered even more, and now we can go for Dragon Rush, which is safer than Outrage and is still going to be enough to take it out. But she did decide to stay in with the Garchomp there, which is preferable because we're able to take out her ace. Dealing with Lucario will be safer now. So Lucario comes out next, and we want to switch out here because we predict an Ice Punch. We're going to switch into Metagross, which will type resist Ice, but we predict wrong, and Lucario goes for Close Combat. Now, we predicted wrong because the way that AI works in this game, if it sees that your health is low enough, it'll pick a random move that is guaranteed to take you out. It doesn't have to be the optimal move. But Close Combat is perfectly fine. Metagross is going to take it like a champ. Metagross still has super high defense, and by using Close Combat, Lucario is lowering his defenses of his own. Now we get a chance to attack. We go for the Zen Headbutt. Lucario is now -2 defense, and with Metagross's massive attack stat, we hit it for neutral damage, but this is still going to be more than enough to take him out in one shot. Now, I suspect Lucario has a choice item. I think it's a choice scarf, but it could be a choice band, which is why we knew he was going to be locked into close combat, and it was safe to stay in with Metagross and take a second hit there. So Spiritomb comes out next, and we can predict a super effective Dark Pulse incoming. So we want to switch to someone who's going to be able to resist it, and that's going to be Hydreigon. We predict right this time. Spiritomb goes for Dark Pulse. We should be fine here. Hydreigon's going to type resist, and it does a little bit of damage, not very much. So we opt to go for Dark Pulse over Dragon Pulse here. Hydreigon is holding a choice scarf, which means we are going to be locked into Dark Pulse now. We want to go for Dark Pulse over Dragon Pulse for exactly this reason. Dark Pulse has a chance to flinch. Spiritomb is holding the leftovers and is pretty bulky, so this is going to take a few turns to get him. We're going to keep firing off Dark Pulses here. This is the safest way to deal with the Spiritomb. It's going to take a few turns, but Spiritomb can't really do anything to us either. Spiritomb fires back with his own Dark Pulse, and it doesn't do very much damage. We definitely have the advantage here. Using strats from the 10-year-old playbook here, just click Dark Pulse until he goes down, paying homage to the strats I used when I first played regular Emerald when I was 10. Spiritomb goes for Calm Mind, which he should have done much earlier. Not sure what the AI is thinking here, but Spiritomb has such low health that the increase in special defense isn't going to matter. It's only going to take one more attack to take him out either way. So one more Dark Pulse should do it here. We fire off the Dark Pulse, and this is going to take out the Spiritomb. As I said, this wasn't the quickest way to take down Spiritomb, but it was the safest, as Spiritomb can be a real nuisance if you let him get carried away. Now Togekiss comes out next, and we want to switch out because we predict a Fairy type move here. So we switch into Metagross hoping to type resist, but Togekiss actually goes for Thunder Wave. So this is not ideal, but it's okay. We should be able to get in at least one attack here. We're going to predict an Aura Sphere, so we want to get off the guaranteed damage and go for Bullet Punch. We hit through the paralysis and get off some super effective damage, dealing almost half. But here comes the Aura Sphere. We're not going to type resist this, and Metagross does not have the best special defense, but we actually survived. Predicted right there, but I honestly did not think Metagross would be able to take an Aura Sphere. If we had gone for Meteor Mash, we would have been able to one-shot, but in this case, we're going to have to go for a second Bullet Punch and get off as much damage as possible. Again, hitting through the paralysis. Togekiss goes for Air Slash this time, and it's enough to finish off Metagross. Togekiss keeps restoring its health too, thanks to the Shell Bell, so we want to send in someone here who can take him out quick. We're going to send out our boy Articuno here with the Ice type. We should definitely be able to one-shot Togekiss from this range. You go for Freeze Dry, but unfortunately Togekiss outspeeds us and hits a Thunder Wave again. All we need to do is get off one attack here, but we cannot hit through paralysis this time. We get full paralyzed, and Togekiss is gonna go for Roost and restore all of his health back. Togekiss just being a huge nuisance at this point. All we need to do is get one attack off, but we get full paralyzed again for the second time in a row. Togekiss goes for Air Slash this time. This is gonna get off some serious damage. If we don't hit this Freeze Dry soon, this Togekiss is gonna get out of control. We attack with Freeze Dry. Luckily this time we hit through the paralysis finally. It's about time we get some good RNG here, and this Freeze Dry is going to be more than enough to one-shot. Articuno has crazy special attack and is also holding the Never Melt Ice, the hell item that boosts Ice type moves. Hope you guys are enjoying the video. If you are, remember to click the like button. It's good for the algorithm, and also consider subscribing to the channel to see more videos like this. So Cynthia sends out her true ace, Melodic. He goes for the Scald, and this isn't going to be enough to take Articuno out, but it does deal some serious damage. We hit through paralysis and get the Freeze Dry off. This is the Ice type move that does super effective damage against water types as well, but despite being super effective, it still is going to do less than half damage. This Melodic is insanely bulky. As you can see, even hitting him for super effective damage, it's not doing very much. And we're going to go down to the Ice Beam here. Melodic also has Recover and Leftover, so this thing is hard to beat. So next, we're going to send out our boy, Reliable Tyranitar. Now, you may be thinking this is a bad matchup. We want Tyranitar out for a few reasons. One, to get the Sandstorm up to essentially negate the health restored by Leftovers. And we're going to get hit by Scald here, but Sandstorm in this game boosts Rock type special defense by 1.5 times. So as you can see, the Scald doesn't do very much damage despite being super effective. Now we're going to go for Crunch here, and though not enough to take it out, we're fishing for a defense drop here. And this is why Melodic's going to go for Recover here, and we need a way to be able to out damage the pace that he restores health. So we're going to keep going for Crunch here, fishing for the defense drop. But the longer this continues, the longer we're at a disadvantage, because there's a chance that we get burned from the Scald as well. We're going to take the hit here. Tyranitar should be fine, but we are risking crits as well. And what do you know? We got the Burn. Burn is going to cut our attack in half, and Crunch is not going to do nearly as much damage now. But what do you know? Just as things were looking grim, we finally get the defense drop. We take some burn damage here. It's not going to really matter, because on this turn, he either has to recover or go for Scald. He opts for Scald, and Tyranitar is going to go down. That's perfectly fine. And this is checkmate because he was not able to recover. So now we just need to send in Hydreigon, who is Choice Scarfed, and will be guaranteed to outspeed, finish him off with the remaining health that he has left. And that's GG Cynthia. That's it for this one, guys. Cynthia, truly a worthy opponent, and in my opinion, the best champion in all of Pokemon, the greatest champion, the true champion, Cynthia. Let me know what you thought about this one, guys. If you want to see some more Inclement Emerald, let me know in the comments. Also, let me know what you thought about this battle. I love hearing from you guys. And as always, thanks for watching, and see you next time.